Right. Last day, actually, we have discussed how we can create a web page using basic tags. Right. Last day, we have discussed how we can create a web page using basic tags and also text formatting tags. So basically, these are in the form of elements. The tags are in the form of elements, means a tag has opening tag, element, content, and inside that, so when the tag is over, when element is over, there's a closing tag. So this part is called opening tag and the content and then closing tag. So altogether, this is called an element. Element has opening tag, content, and closing tag. So that we learn, and these are the basic elements that we can use to format the text, and we learn about that as well. And also we learn HTML is white space insensitive language, where it will not consider spaces, even though if you write in different lines, maybe if you keep additional spaces, so HTML will not consider that. The reason is HTML is white space insensitive language. Therefore, you have to explicitly mention about the spaces, or you have to use a tag like preformatted text tag. So preformatted text tag or pre-tag or pre-element will consider spaces and lines. Pre-element or preformatted text element that will consider lines, spaces, all these things, tabs, etc. But if you need this formatting within or inside other tags, you have to either use entities like an NBSP to give space, or you can use BR to break to the next line, or HR to go to add a horizontal ruler, block code to add a tab, center to make center likewise. So non-breaking space to add a single space. So this is entity. Likewise, we have to use either tags or entities. And also we learned that about attribute. We learn about attribute, and attribute is a name value pair. Attribute has attribute name, equal sign within quotation the attribute value. It is possible to add more than one attribute for a given tag. For an example, think about font tag. The color red is one attribute, size 6 is another attribute, and face Arial is another attribute, which will give the red color a larger font size with Arial font to the hello all I am red text. And this is another example, mark you direction up, so which will give the upward direction, and behavior alternate means it's going upward and downward both, and in a given width and given height. So this will create an animated text. And also this is another attribute, the body BD or direction LTR, we can write left to right, or by giving RTL, we can write right to left. Left to right, right to left, text can be added using that. So that also we discussed in the last day. And also about HTML colors. HTML has 8-bit color mode, which is having RGB primitives, red, green, blue primitives. And we explain how to write these colors in hexadecimal codes, because ultimately this is a binary code. Binary code is having 8 bits, 8-bit for red, 8-bit for green, and 8-bit for blue, altogether 24 bits. So it will create 2 to the power 24 colors as a combination, as a whole. So the total that I couldn't mention, total number of colors will be 2 to the power 24 according to this mode, because 24 bits are there. When there are 24 bits, 2 to the power 24 combinations will be there. So therefore, you will get 2 to the power 24, that is 16 million colors, which is equal to 16 million, approximately it is 16 million colors. It is approximation. And the first 2 digits in hexadecimal represent red color, the second 2 green color, and third 2 blue color, RGB. That is the code, red, green, blue. So here actually no red, no green, maximum blue will give you blue color, no red, but maximum green, no blue will give you green color. Likewise, you can form and you can mix the colors. Red, blue will create here, red, green will create yellow color, red, blue will create magenta, and blue, green will create cyan color. And CMYK is basically used in printers, whereas RGB is used in strings. In the CMYK colors again, so we discussed that in the CMYK colors, cyan and yellow together creating green color for printing, and cyan and magenta together creating blue color for printing, and yellow and magenta will create red color. Altogether it's creating key color or black color, but there's a separate black ink also because this is a wastage. If you mix and create all the colors, it's waste in all three inks. Therefore, there's a separate black ink in the printers. Okay, that is about CMYK. And no color is white, basically. No color printed is white. Here, all the colors combined creating the white color. This is in physics and this is in chemistry. Two different subjects. Chemistry means mixing chemicals. Physics means mixing light. Mixing light will give you these color combinations. Okay, that is about the thing. And we also discuss about HTML entities, which are special characters. Right, we discuss about that, and an LT is for less than and GT is for greater than. The special symbols like copyright, registered, trademark can be created using this. We learned that as well. And any kind of letter, any letter can be represented as an entity. To do that, actually, we have to find the letter code. If you know the code, if you know the decimal value of that code, you can write and hash the particular decimal value to display that in the web page. So that is also an entity, but this entity is actually named entities. These are named entities where you have to remember the names: NLT, less than, and GT, greater than, and ampersand. Likewise, these are having names, and reg and copy, copyright and registered. These are having names, but these are not having names. So these are just numbers. We can use the numbers and generate these entities. So that you can, if you want to find the number, you can use the character map in Windows. Just browse character map in Windows, and in character map or char map, all the entity or the character values are there. What you have to do is, if you need to insert a certain character in a certain language, specific language, get the character code, get the decimal value of the character code, and then just put n and hash, and so you have to put the number followed by n and hash and the semicolon. So that will give that will display the particular character in the web page. Okay, that is the summary of the last day lesson. And also we learn about different tags, attributes, nested elements. A nested element is element inside element. If you want to paste, if you want to put some element inside some other element, the inside element is called nested element of this P. Here, italic and underline is a nested element of italic, and italic is a nested element of paragraph, and bold is also a nested element of paragraph. Element inside elements. Okay, now we are ready to discuss our next topic, which is lists in HTML. Did we discuss lists or didn't?
No, sir.
No. Right. Okay, please write down the heading, lists in HTML. This is our topic today, and we are going to discuss about lists and tables. And also, if we have enough time, we will go and discuss about absolute and relative referencing, which is related to links, object linking and embedding. How do we link things? Okay, lists in HTML. Please write a heading, lists in HTML. Okay, there are three types of lists: ordered lists, unordered lists, and definition lists. So first of all, let me demonstrate that. And after that, I'll give you time to write down about that. Okay, so I think finish writing. Okay. So please write, there are three types of lists available: ordered list, unordered list, and definition list. Under that, the first one is unordered lists. Okay, so let's explore further. I think you have finished writing, right? Okay, I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, I'll give you time to write down this. First, let me demonstrate this. Okay, the first list type that we are having is ordered list. The first list type that we are having is ordered list. Let me, this is page 1.html. Let me add that. I'm going to add, let me undo this. Let's keep that as it is. So let's go to some other page and start adding that, right? So open, I'm going to open another HTML page, which is a basic one, page 4. Okay, this is preferred. And here I'm going to add a list. The first time I'm going to add ordered list. OL, ordered list. In the ordered list, so what we are going to use is, so there are several type of ordered lists. By default, no need to mention any type. Just mention the list items and it will give the default start and position and default type. Let's say car, van and bus. Let's add few car, van, bus, and bus. In the other hand, the unordered list, it is UL, unordered list, the UL, and definition list, it is a DL. Actually, DL, there's a small difference. You have definition term, DT, where basically you have to say DT. So let's say the definition term is something like HTML, and then you have to give a definition description, DD, that is hypertext markup language. You can do this with me, and then let's view HTML. Let's say FTP. FTP is file transfer protocol. Then let's say HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. It is like abbreviation and their meanings. Abbreviations and their meanings likewise. So terms and their meanings. This is what the ordered list and unordered list and definition list. This is default status. In the default status, so let's go and open the page. It's page 4. You can see that, and this is the coding. So see the output and the coding is not much difficult. You can see the car, van, bus 1, 2, 3, and then car, van, bus, the dotted format. This is called disk, D-I-S-C, disk, car, van, bus, and then the terms. This is basically how it looks like. I'll give you time to write down that now. And you have some other properties. This is the default, right? The other things, that means you can add some attributes. So let's add some attributes. Maybe the first thing that you can add for ordered list is type. So these are the valid types. Either you can add type 1 or type A or type I or type A or type I. This type 1 will give 1, 2, 3, 4. Type A will give capital A, B, C, D. Type capital I will give you Roman numbers. Roman number 1, Roman number 2, but capital Romans. Simple A, B, C, D. Simple I will give you the simple Roman numbers, 1, 2, 3, likewise. Okay, so likewise you can give the type, and also there's another thing that you can give the start position. That is for the ordered list. Start position, let's say 4. Then the numbering will be started from 4. Here, 4, 5, 6. The numbering will be started from the given number. Let's say 10. Then the numbering will be started from 10, 10, 11. So that is the nature. If you give just give type, no need to give both. If you give type A and 10, then the letter will be J. J will be the 10th letter. So likewise, change. An unordered list has only type. You can't change the right? In unordered list, you have only type. You can't change the starting position because unordered list is anyway unordered. Therefore, you can't change the starting position. So let's say you can make square. It's a square type unordered list. Then disk and circle. So those are the possibilities: square, disk, and circle. So by default, the disk is the default thing, and you can use the other types also. Okay, you can write the sample code with the preview. So now we can write the sample code with the preview for all three together. Then I'll give you chance to write separate note about each and why this type and why this start position is used. I'll give that, but before that, please do this. One thing is you can do this in the computer and save it and take a screenshot and add this to note. That is one thing. But I recommend you to write down this somewhere because in the exam you need to remember this. Let's move to a hybrid example where you can nest lists. Actually, some lists can be included in some other lists. So list inside list. Nesting is possible for list. So let's discuss about a nested list. Okay, so can you see the example given? So you have car, van, and bus. There are three kind of lists. So car, van, and bus. And so you can see the car, van, bus is ordered list under that. So this Nissan, Suzuki, Toyota, Audi is unordered list mentioned under car. And AB is again an ordered list mentioned under van. And Micro Tata Leyland is again it's an ordered list under this bus list item. Okay, shall we try to create this quickly? So please think about this and try to create this. Can you write the code and send me a WhatsApp or send a screenshot to Zoom at least after doing this? So okay, shall we try to do this? Please write down this nested list and also write down the example and then try to do the coding. Try to write the coding. I'll give you 5 minutes. Please do that and send it to the WhatsApp or Zoom chat. Then I can see whether you understood the concept well. Okay, let me explain the process. First, you have ordered list. Let me erase everything here and close the body section. In the ordered list, you have car, van, bus. That is 1, 2, 3 type list. So I can say type is equal to capital Roman number I. Then the Nissan, Suzuki, Toyota, Audi comes under here. So you can say unordered list after this and finish that unordered list. Then you can mention the list items. So what are the list items? You can say the list items are Nissan. Sorry, can just mention it one line. List items. Sorry. Nissan. List item clause. And then the other list items. Nissan, Suzuki, Nissan, Suzuki, Toyota, and Audi. This is how you nest. This is how you nest. And then again, under vans, you have ordered list. This ordered list is based on type is A, type simple A. Then you can mention the list items. Nissan and Toyota. Then under bus, again you have a ordered list. That ordered list has again 3 items. And this ordered list is type A, B, C, but start is 3. So then you can mention Micro Tata and Leyland. Okay, that is it. Micro. Please take a screenshot. Tata. Leyland. Okay, that is it. And after that, let's save and open it in the browser. And you can see the result. So this one actually I have to mention the type as disk. DISC. Save, refresh, and it's the colors. Then you can put in the font colors and all. You can give that. So that is easy. Okay, this is how you create a nested list. It is not difficult. It's easy, right? It's not difficult one. It's easy. I think I have given the same example here. Yes. And the result is here. You can take a screenshot of this and copy this if you are not done. Next spell, let's start learning about tables.